All right, so I'm recording this in my basement. We just moved our little, somewhat of a makeshift home studio downstairs to get ready for our second baby. Um, we're moving some things around so that way it can all work out. And we just decided that this used to be a space where a bunch of home equipment, drills, tools, all that stuff used to live. Took all that out to the garage so that way we can make space for a new place to make things, make music, write, have some alone time before the kid wakes up. And so I'm making this video because I really want to make videos. I really want to make videos. I really want to make content, but not content that is flashy or like quick, fast. Got to say as much as you possibly can in order to get something done or to get a point across or to say something clever. There's a space for that, and there's all sorts of different people who are really good at that. I found that I'm not very good at that, but I do want to make a video anyways, talking about really just the importance of taking action in whatever it is that has been put on your heart to do. Taking action is incredibly important, even if it's clumsy, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not polished or pristine or well thought out, well executed, or anything like that. Sometimes just getting the water running and letting all of the stuff that's been sitting in the pipes out so that way the clean water can flow is so important, especially in the creative process. We all have just perfect images of what everyone's life should look like and what everyone's goals should look like and what everyone's just perfect world could be. We all have the could be in front of us at all times. And I'm sitting in this basement that is unfinished. It just looks terrible. I mean, it's kind of cool with the setup, but even the desk is clunky and everything is it's just not the best vibes. But to be completely honest, I absolutely love it because, I mean, we're definitely going to paint and stuff like that and pretty it up a little bit, but I just love the fact that it's not finished. And yet we're still writing down here. We're still recording down here. We're still practicing for gigs and stuff down in this room because, it doesn't really matter what gear you use. It doesn't matter how pretty the space is. It doesn't matter how perfect the environment is. What matters is that you're showing up. What matters is that you're getting the work done. What matters is that you are putting forth the effort, that you're working. Some days are not going to be great. Other days are going to be awesome. But I've noticed the days that you show up in spite of are sometimes the most important, powerful days. The days where you show up in spite of the headache, in spite of being tired, in spite of not having a script in front of me as I am doing this video, in spite of months of not posting something, in spite of these things. And they end up just fueling something that's so real and authentic. And then there's like the makeshift or like the curated authenticity where it looks authentic, but everybody knows it's not. So this is as authentic as I'll get, I guess. I want to produce things and bring them into the world. And I want to really, what I think I want to do with my life is make things, and this is going to sound weird because I don't feel like a lot of people say it. I want to do things that inspire me. Like I want to make things for me. Like it's so weird to say it. I don't want to make things to share with people so that way they'll like or approve. I want to make things that I enjoy doing. And there's a lot of freedom in that. I'm smiling right now because I'm like, I guess that really is what I want to do. I always get caught up in the editing portion of my brain before I even create something and like, who's this for? There's such a temptation to be everything for everybody, everywhere, at all times, forever. But you can't do that. You just have to do what you've got to do. And this is me just really trying to break out of that. I am inspired by creators who turn their life into content, vlogs, who turn their morning breakfast into content. And there's something about that that's so unbelievably inspiring. But when I go to do it, it just feels so dumb. I feel ridiculous doing it. And so maybe one day I'll do that, and I'll feel more comfortable in my skin because it'll just flow better and whatever it is. But as of right now, I don't know. Maybe I'll just post stuff like this when I have the time, when I have the chance. It's what I got right now. I have a kid, 2 years old. I have another one on the way, a full-time job, a house to keep up with, just so many different things to do, people to be with. I love my family. I just want to be with them. And so sacrificing that time to make videos just seems like a bet that I'm not willing to take, or like a trade-off that I'm not willing to trade. So these videos will probably be infrequent and messy and weird, but my heart and my hope is to put something. I'm sorry for the person watching. This isn't for you. My heart is to put something on the inside of me that propels me, that keeps me moving towards the creative act, towards the artistry inside of me, towards the speaker that I want to be, towards the preacher or the writer, the content creator that I want to be. And it's this weird idea of like content creation for others to consume. I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. Creating to consume. Creating something for somebody else to consume. Creating something so that other people's eyes will be on it. That's like the sole purpose or intention behind it. I don't really want to do that, I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to create something so that you can watch it. Like, that's kind of the whole idea. So I'm probably not going to work out in my favor, but I don't want to do that. I guess I really want to create content that I want to watch. I like creating things that I can share with people and like my friends and like in person, not even on the internet. Like I want to make things that I'm proud of. I want to make things that even if it's not like high quality, I want to make things that I am, at the end of the day, I feel like I have a collection of thoughts and ideas. And so I'm really into, I'm a stupid nerd for coffee. I'm a stupid nerd for theology, but honestly, not that much of a nerd for theology. I'm going to tell more about that story in a little bit, but I'm not a what's the person that like I'm not a scholar, that is not me. I'm not a scholar. I'm not somebody that's like prolific in ideas and super clever and quick and witty. At least that's not how I view myself. I talk to other people who are actually that, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I'm not that because you're that, and I'm somewhere in clunky land where I am just trying my best to formulate a sentence. So like, anyways, that's a different story for a different day, but I like art. Like I almost just like the idea of being an artist more than actually being an artist. That sounds so not good, but I do. I love reading about how to make art more than I actually love making art. Maybe some days not, but that's how I feel right now. So talking about creativity, I'm an Apple nerd. I love tech. I love things like that. And so I want to show that off. And I've had so much back and forth in my brain of whether like everything has to be like super well thought out and curated. But man, honestly, I just want to start rolling things out. I just want to do some stuff. I don't want I don't want the judgment of myself judging me before you even get a chance to. Because honestly, like, you judging me on the internet, that says more about you than it does me. You taking the time to make a nasty comment or whatever it might be, or some haters, hopefully that never happens to me, but it probably will eventually. But like, the worst part about that is I'll judge me before you can even have the opportunity to. And that's not good. That's not a good place to be mentally. That's not a healthy mental space. When I think about me, I should think positive thoughts. I should think, absolutely, you should say those things, or absolutely, you should take a risk and, jump out and see what happens. And like, I'll label myself before you even have the chance. And many people have struggles of other people labeling them, and that's very real. But my issue is I do it to myself before you even can. It's like a little bit of self-sabotage, but that's just kind of the way it is anyways. Kind of ranting. So that's kind of like what this video is about. I was literally just sitting over there, and I've just been thinking so much about how desperately I want to create videos, but I'm not like super equipped in that stuff, and I just don't have the time to really dive into a camera. And so all I got is an iPad and a phone. So that's kind of all you need, really. But still, this is going to go out without any edits, really. And it's going to go up on my page. So yeah, my page right now is called Christian Living, and it really is about, it's kind of funny because my name is Christian, and I'm a Christian, and so I'm living my life. Ha ha ha. Not very clever at all, but it does kind of frame all the things I want to talk about, that I'm interested in, and all the things that are a complete cliche. It is such a cliche to be into, for in my world at least, to be like theology, to like coffee, to like tech, to like minimalism, to like preaching, teaching, study, and home, and money, and budget, and all that stuff, and the creative process. All of those things I feel like are so cliche, but here I am. Do with that with what you want or what you will. So this video is going up because, not for you. Sorry. This one isn't for you, pal. This one's for me. To just, I never wear white t-shirts either. That's the craziest part. I always wear like black or blue, or like a jean jacket or something like that. And here I am, white t-shirt on the internet. Who would have thought? Anyways, that's even if I post this. So that's pretty much all I want to say. I'll see you in the next one.